area, and to make matters a little bit worse, we're shooting into the sunset here, so we're doing the best that we can. This allegedly stolen vehicle, we'll try to see what kind this is from the front end. I'm wondering if this is that Jaguar SUV, maybe the F-Pace. F-Pace, no, I believe this is a Kia.
I was going to say,
it looks like this
Kia.
might be a Kia. Maybe a Kia SUV, maybe perhaps a Kia Sportage or something
shit,
like
I'm
that.
on a VPN.
So coming back towards us here, so hopefully the picture will get a little bit better as
we're
in
gonna let it
Century
roll.
and Grape Avenue. Haven't had very high speeds, but just kind of hanging out in this neighborhood, looping around. They thought that the suspects were going to try to get out and run. Unclear how many people are inside. We heard them say stand by for a foot bail, but they've been kind of circling this neighborhood. So we'll see what their next move is as they come right into our shot here. Jeff, Susie, and Mike.
Obviously, surface streets here. The stolen vehicle pursuit. A number of people inside that vehicle.
Danger, welcome. Still first.
In the center part of your screen, that red
Tim, welcome.
Kia,
I'm on the wrong
smaller
scene.
crossover vehicles. It makes a right-hand turn. Susie, we're dealing with some LAX airspace issues as we're coming in and out. But Desmond,
we got LAX airspace issues.
Oh, I think it stopped. Oh, Des, take it away. We see people.
He's out.
Just crashed
Des,
here.
move the camera
we saw
down.
one passenger
you
get
lost
out. Looks
him.
like here's the rear driver's side,
lost
passenger side opening up as well. They got their hands up. Looks like they want to surrender. I think the driver is still in there as well. Well, let's see here. What should we do? Maybe we should
Desmond
wind out and
missed
see if
it.
we can see that.
He's not in the
that was
car anymore.
Running into this complex here. Well, they're going to evade our shot for a bit here off of Project Street and Century Boulevard, Grape Street, here on the border of Southgate and South LA, but just looks like maybe the driver wasn't paying attention, rear-ended that vehicle here, and this
he was
has,
paying
now
attention,
come to a
man. He
stop.
jumped out of the
is this
car.
a parking lot,
Desmond,
or
you
is
missed
this
it.
a street, and you just had traffic there, Des?
Yeah, it looks like this is maybe an okay. This is the end of a street. There you see Skyknight getting into the shot right there. So looks like maybe they turned into a dead end. I think those
Australian
are just parked
chase.
vehicles there. Maybe looks like might be some tandem parking or something like that. I'm listening to the deputies talking about
What's up,
the
Sam?
suspect that they're trying to locate here. I can hear a couple of deputies out
What's
there
up, YouTube
running
people?
around somewhere in this area looking for that one suspect that we saw get out and run. Here we go. Well, there's all kinds of people out here actually running around.
Desmond lost the guy, right? Like,
might
we
be
saw him get
teenagers
out
there
of the
running
car,
around
and then
with the
Desmond
basketball,
just
so I'm
didn't
not
see
sure
it.
if they're connected, but down into this housing development here. Where
Okay, so what's up? It's over.
I think they're taking him into custody here somewhere. I just heard that on the radio.
Okay.
And have you seen
they
anyone
got
else
him.
get out of that car? I know you were moving your camera around quite a bit, Desmond, but were you able to see if anyone else came out of that car? I know hands were up at one point.
Yeah, it looks like I still see hands out there.
Yeah, the first guy got out while the car was still moving, right?
At least 2 or 3
Now
people
I'm
in this car.
now I'm like
I'm not
second
sure
guessing my own
if
eyes
that was
because
the driver
Desmond
that
didn't
hopped
see
into
it.
the back and then got out and ran, or if that was another passenger.
John, how does the
Haven't
bingo
seen
card
any
work?
movement
We
coming
just
from
fill
the
in some
driver's
squares
side,
as it goes
from the
along.
front, just from the back.
I'll
I
show
still
you,
see
but all we
those
really
hands
got
kinda
here
just
was
doubling here for a
the.
second. You see some hands kind of grasping onto the top there.
We got
of
the stationary
of the
object and we
windows.
got the no-fly zone.
So they should be coming out
on
and
this one.
surrendering shortly.
So this is
CHQ,
Project
what's up?
Street at Century
KBBQ.
Boulevard. It appears to be, I don't know, it looks like
Mar,
a
what's
large
going on?
complex of homes there, Susie, and it appears that is a street that has
Before
not
too
yet
many
been
people get in here, I
opened,
think I'm just gonna go
but yet
offline.
is adjacent to this, and that's where a lot of people have parked their cars. It looked like whoever bailed out, that car, under its own control, slowly ran into those other vehicles. And we could bring Mike Rogers in here. Mike, we're kind of at a disadvantage. We can't get to the other side
Just
of that
people
home
running.
to see what's going on.
Right.
But there might
What
be a
happened?
standoff right
Just
now.
this guy was
I'm
driving
listening
around
to
pretty
on the radio,
slowly,
they
and then he
are
drove
taking
into
who
this
they
apartment
believe to be the
complex,
driver
or I
into
guess
custody.
this
What is
road.
causing confusion for the deputies is you see
And
all
he
those
just
people
jumped out of
running
the
down
car
there.
and let
They're
it
talking about,
crash.
you have 3 people running eastbound, and the other deputy's like, no, those guys aren't involved. But you have people at a scene that are, for whatever reason, running.
It was
and
a
that's
stolen
also
vehicle.
throwing the deputies off.
Bendo,
There are
that's
actually
how
2
it
LA County
started.
helicopters overhead now. As Desmond mentioned, you saw one go through the shot. It's called
On Fox
Sky
11,
Knight.
they
It's
got a
actually
different
a
shot?
smaller Robinson
Or is it the
helicopter that is
same?
actually owned by the city
Fox
of Lakewood,
often the
and they pay the
same
sheriff's department to operate it exclusively in the city of Lakewood. So this helicopter was up when these deputies started chasing, and so they were able to get overhead very soon. Now, a regular helicopter from Sheriff's Aero Bureau also overhead now as well, kind of trying to guide these deputies in. As Desmond mentioned, we're right on the edge of the LAX Bravo airspace, so we can't get on the other side of this. But yeah, they said dead end, dead end, dead end, and then this car kind of crashed into the back like we saw. So it does appear
Lost to
they're
a
taking the
parked
driver
car,
into
yeah.
custody. They're trying to sort out if anybody else is involved or if the rest of the group that they're looking for is still in the car.
Yeah, and it looked like a lot of people, like you said, Mike, other people were just running outside too, probably trying to find out what's happening out here with the huge deputy presence out there, as Desmond was showing us just a
So
minute
someone
ago.
get out the
Again,
passenger
this is
side?
a car that
That
was
door's
apparently
open.
stolen, and it was being chased after by the LA County Sheriff's Department.
Has he been
It
caught?
all
We
started
don't
in
know.
Lakewood, and it ended up here. A person who ran out of the car.
No, these guys are out here with their
Immediately, we saw
phones.
that after the pursuit came to an end.
Susie, real quick, I'm just listening. They do think that there are 2 to 3 more people inside the car.
2
Inside
to
the car.
So
3
they're
more.
doing right now what
Okay,
they call
we'll stick around
call-outs,
for
where
a
they're
second.
giving commands. Of course,
I
they
mean,
didn't
the
start that
I
call-out
think that
process
guy.
until they
I think that the
stabilized
driver
kind of
was the
rest
one
of
who
the scene.
bailed
It got
out.
a little chaotic there, so they're just
Which would
now
make
beginning
sense
to
as
do
to why the
call-outs
car didn't-
and asking these people to step out.
You know, he
usually,
let- he
as
let it
Jeff was
go while it
saying,
was
we
in
usually
drive
see
and
this other view, right? We see the side where the
He
officers
just
are
jumped out and
doing
let
the
it hit
call-outs, as
those
Mike
other
is talking
cars.
about. We see them with their guns drawn, telling them to come out.
With
as you can
people in
see
the
from this
car.
vantage point, it's difficult to see the other side because, our view is being obstructed by the buildings there.
And compounding all of this is it's
Yeah,
a beautiful
Tusk,
summer
I guess
night.
so, man, and
It is
welcome.
a time when kids get out and play in the neighborhood, and they're running around, and we've got some people that are, as we see the door opening here. Let's go back up to Des. We're seeing at least
There,
one
he's
suspect.
out.
Des, take it from there.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. This is the person. They actually they put their hands out the window really quickly.
How
So they were
often is it
sitting,
for a person not
in
to
the
be
rear
caught?
end. It sounds like we do now know that it must
Pretty
have been
often,
the driver that
but
actually hopped
for different
into the
reasons.
into the back seats there and then got out and ran before they were apprehended. So this is one of at least 2 people that they believe are in the car, trying to kind of move around here, but again dealing
EK
with
says they
LAX's
should have ran.
airspace, so we
Yeah,
can't
maybe
even
you're
get to
right.
the other side of
You know, you
these,
got to wonder though, like
multi-story
maybe they
buildings,
were not
unfortunately,
that
to bring
willing.
them being put into
You know,
handcuffs,
like
but it
they were
looks like
they were the
were
passengers. The
cooperating.
driver
At
he
least 1
ran.
or 2 more
He was the
people
one who
believed
was
to be inside. We'll just
in
come back
charge
around,
this whole time. So
to see if
these
they
people
come
may,
to
you know,
surrender.
maybe
I've been wanting to mention
they
this on
can
the
have
air
the
as
story like,
well.
well, I
This is
didn't
a
want to be in
phenomenon
the
that maybe
car.
folks have heard
I
about,
didn't run.
With stolen Kias
You
all
know?
over the country, and this is yet another one. We've heard of so
Desmond
many
talking about
pursuits
the Kia
lately.
boys.
A lot of them end up ending very quickly, but that pursuit that we saw earlier in Pacoima may have also been a Kia. Apparently, these are shockingly easy to steal. They're lacking security equipment that almost all other vehicles have, and some folks have figured out how to steal these. So it's been a real rash of Kia robberies lately. It's also kind of a social media phenomenon. So
this
just wanted
this
to
is
know if
old,
is
right?
yet,
Like this
it looks
Kia
like
thing was
another
big
Kia
like
that
6
has
months
been,
ago.
stolen
Am I
and,
right? Like that was a
resulted
social
in
media
We've certainly
trend
done
6
stories
months
on the
ago.
Kia and a number of vehicles, especially here in LA, that have been stolen as a result of it. We do have that video of the end of the pursuit that happened just a few minutes ago. Let's roll that. You're going to see that in the inset box here as we continue to take that live photo on
Okay,
the
here we go.
left-hand
Now
part of
you're
the
gonna see
screen.
the guy run out of
That's
the
going to
car.
be when that car
See, he jumped out.
rams into those parked vehicles. Somebody gets out right there, as Des mentioned. We understand that is the driver, and that driver got out of the vehicle. And certainly, Susie, it
Des
look
didn't
like
mention
got
that. He was
out
like
of the
like
driver's door, and I wonder if it's because it's
confused.
jammed up against that parked car. If he had to
Yeah.
get through the other side and then took off.
Maybe he jumped out of, to
TikTok
the
challenge,
back
yeah, were they
and then to
banning
the
people
rear,
for
as
that,
we
I
were talking
assume?
about, and then jumped out
I mean,
the
you're
rear door.
stealing a
It's
car.
unclear. It all
They
happened so
banned me.
fast.
I wasn't stealing any
Obviously,
cars.
That video, it almost looked like the driver door was open before he
Even
hit the
crashed?
car.
Huh,
Yeah, so
huh.
I don't know. He may have jumped out prior to the impact, but that video.
He
if
did.
if we
Did you
look at it a
guys
little
just
bit
not watch the
slowly,
same
you
video
can
I
see
watched?
that driver's door open before.
He might have
the
jumped
car,
out. Dude, you saw him do
rear
it.
ends these parked vehicles here.
At least 2 people in custody now. We don't know how many more people we have in the vehicle. I don't see any more hands out the
There was
windows.
the
Go back to that
passenger
video if
door
we
open.
can
The
zoom in on it. Let's see here.
front passenger door was open though.
Well, it seems like he was
the
already
door-
out on the
yeah,
street.
Yeah.
the door
Like he
opens.
bailed and rolled out.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's probably why he didn't put it in park, right? Because he already jumped
He
out of the
jammed-
car
he
prior
just-
to doing
yeah,
that.
just let it
I
go.
mean, and this happens
point,
when you have people
Colin.
who are in chases that don't know the area that they're in. You know, he made a wrong turn, probably.
These guys
realized
are
he had
not-
nowhere
I
to
don't know
go
what
and
they're
then
doing.
tried to make a run
Shadow,
for it.
what's up? And Sentless,
Obviously, that
what's
didn't
up?
work out well because the sheriff's department sounds like they've got him in custody.
That's a young person that does
He
something
was
like
doing
that,
the
I'll tell you.
Naruto run.
That rolls out and rolls on the concrete like that in the street and then is able to take off. I'm sure there's some, some level of, what is that, the thing that you get in your body that
Adrenaline.
maybe a level of
Sure.
adrenaline too, of course. but
That thing you
more
get in your
certainly
body.
It looks like a younger person that did that.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you're just watching here on KCAL News, this is breaking news. We've been following a chase that actually came to an end here near Southgate.
All right, guys, I'm gonna
along
call it.
Project Street and Century Boulevard.
I'm gonna get
And,
outta here.
One person, the driver, jumped out of the car as we saw. As
The
we
night
showed
is
you in
the
video
night is
earlier.
young.
And as we take a live look here,
still
from
light
the
outside in
SkyCal,
LA.
they're showing the apartment building where we do believe another person actually walked away or ran away from the scene.
All
but
right, Mar.
We do believe that person has since been arrested, but you can see the huge presence.
RG, what's
of,
up,
sheriff
guys?
deputies out here,
Epic
along with
Roblox
neighbors who are
kid,
coming out to
yo.
see what's going on. But you can see that street has been, since
I'm gonna cut the
roped
stream
off,
here.
and people are,
We
that-
got
that
all of a
area is
minute and a
that-
half
is
of
that
the
area
chase
where they're
before
looking for that
before he
person.
jumped
Sounds like a
out.
dead end there.
Exactly. So lots happening right
Jody,
now.
what's
One
up?
street that
Welcome.
We don't have a view of
Sister
right now.
Nero. All right, guys. Everybody's
Let's
still
pick up the
pouring
Sky
in.
Count
I'm gonna
Des.
get out of
Did
here
they
before
have
I
any opportunity at all to try
debate
to
more
deploy
and
the
more
stop
people.
sticks or